York of Superior Wildlife Rehabilitation and Education Center. We left off in the last segment teasing you to a party happening this weekend. So before we share those details, we want to talk about why this is happening. It's all in support of a really great mission, helping support wildlife and its rehabilitation. So what are your goals and your hopes with this fundraiser, Cayenne?
So two major fundraising goals for this event. The first being to provide enough financial resources to accommodate the rehabilitation of the wild babies that we admit for the 2025 rehab season. And our second goal is to fund our brand new rehab facility. I'm really excited to be in negotiations with Marquette County for a parcel of land. I'm going to keep the location of that land to myself at this time, but I am confident that we will come to terms here pretty quickly. And then I would love to share which township is going to have the very first wildlife rehabilitation for the Center for the UP.
Oh, we will just be awaiting that answer because this is pretty major. You mentioned in our last segment that all certified wildlife rehabbers they're volunteers. They work out of their homes. And so you dedicate your personal space to do this. So to have a dedicated wildlife rehab space, how do you think this will change what you do?
I think that the major thing it's going to do is allow us to kind of share the load. It's a very, very heavy load. I myself rehab close to 100 wild babies each season as a part-time volunteer. I have a whole nother full-time job that I work. I have 2 kids and I have a hobby farm. And so wildlife rehabbers are stretched really, really thin, and we have a really high rate of burnout. And so I think that if we can create a facility where we can work together, we can create great educational programming for our communities, which is, you know, another responsibility for licensed rehabbers, but we just don't have the time to do it. So I think that having a facility will allow us to get that education out into the community in a much more efficient way. I also think that we need some consistent training up here for people who are interested in becoming licensed wildlife rehabbers. There is no consistent training. The closest place that you can go is Eaton Rapids, which is down by Lansing. And so I really am hopeful that we'll be able to create some hands-on training that will foster new wildlife rehabbers for the UP, because there aren't very many of us left.
And if all of this is resonating with you, attend the party this weekend at the Up North Lodge in Gwinn. Take a look at your screens. You can see all of the details there. Cayenne, tell me more about this party and what you hope for it.
Yeah, so Model Town Express in Gwinn has been kind enough to host us for one of the Up North Lodge's bike nights, also called Party on the Patio. Doors open at 3 o'clock. There's going to be a barbecue and a band at 4. And then we also have some really incredible raffle baskets that were donated by local businesses who have used us for help with injured or orphan wild babies over the years. And they believe in supporting wildlife rehab and giving injured and orphan wild babies a second chance. And so it's really, really nice to have their support, and I just couldn't be more excited for our upcoming event. I think it's going to be really fun.
I think so too. The parties on the patio always seem like a really great time, and these are great businesses in Gwinn that are supporting you.
Marquette too.
Yeah, and giving back, and I know that's really major for somebody like you. You mentioned you volunteer, you also work a full-time job, and so to have the support from the community to do this, I mean, we're all better because of it. Our animals are better because of it. We have beautiful, full wildlife. Is there anything else that we should know about heading into the summer when we prepare to interact with wildlife potentially?
Yeah, so there's 3 major things that I always tell people. So first of all, if a wild baby is by itself, that does not mean it's orphaned. It is 100% normal for wild babies to spend long periods of time by themselves throughout the day. Number 2, always contact your local licensed wildlife rehabber before you decide to intervene. And number 3, if you do have a wild baby in your possession, in for whatever reason, do not feed it, do not give it water. The best thing that you can do for that wild baby is to keep it warm, dark, and quiet.
All right, this is really great information, a super insightful conversation. I know we just want to do the right thing. Thank you for helping us to do that.
Absolutely. It is absolutely my honor to be able to work with these animals and try to give them a second chance.
And we have to take another commercial break, but when we come back, we will be introducing you to animals. They're not wild animals, they're UPAWS animals up for adoption. Stick around, it's going to be great.